Party, nothing I can say.
Hey guys, welcome to Surf and Show. I'm Noel Salas, and today's episode is my favorite finds for 2020. Now, we've been doing Surf and Show for well over 5 years now, and we test a lot of boards and products that we think our community needs to know about. This is going to be fun. Sit back, get your favorite drink, enjoy the show. Now, all the surfing in this episode, I'm riding boards that made my favorite list for 2020. You guys ask me all the time, Noel, what's your favorite surfboard? My response, what board category and what wave size? Look, our website is designed by board category to tell you what my favorites are, and we even have a place where you can compare two boards side by side with a star rating to help you make a good decision. Aaron and I are committed in Surf and Show to help you have more fun, pick the right equipment, and surf better. 2020 was a huge year for us. We launched our How to Surf Better tutorials. We've got virtual video coaching and surf tips. Guys, this is about us helping you and you getting the right equipment. Now, before I dive into my favorite products this year, I want to remind you guys that each product has its own link in the YouTube comment field below. And some of those links are directly to the shop affiliates that we have that support the show. So let's start with traction. Last year, the Jack Freestone by Creatures of Leisure was a favorite, and I'm still using it this year, but I'm using it more on the wide tail boards. On boards that have a more pulled in tail, I like the Griff Colapinto pad. Similar grip and traction, medium, so not too abrasive, but when I have a more pulled in tail, I feel like the Freestone pad's a little bit too wide, and the Griff pad feels good too. I think you guys will be stoked on it. Now, I don't want to say everybody drinks a hot cup of coffee in the morning, but most of us do. And one day Aaron showed up with this Thermos mug for me this year and put my coffee in it. We're driving to go for a surf. I'm drinking. Coffee's nice and hot like I'd expect it to be. But when I came in, I had a sip, nearly burned my mouth. Compared to my Yeti, that was a favorite roughly 3 years ago, even with the Yeti lid to keep it nice and hot, it made this taste lukewarm. So this Thermos needs to be on your radar. Now, they don't know that we're talking about their product. Aaron bought this 2-pack and mine at Costco, 2 for $25. And it also has a lid that you can keep it nice and hot. You just twist it like this. But what I like is there's water in it right now, is I can shake it and get my coffee nice and stir it up again and take a sip, and it's hot after 3 hours of surfing. Guys will be stoked on the Thermos. I think it's funny. Yeti and Hydro Flask is waxing Thermos in marketing, but the product performance, Thermos blows doors on both Yeti and Hydro Flask from my experience. Now I want to talk to you about razors. I know this doesn't have much to do with surfing, but I believe a good portion of us shave our face every day. And I shave my head, maybe like some of our community, and you want a clean, close shave and you want it to be affordable. Now, Aaron also turned me on to Harry's, which is more like a monthly subscription, right? This little 4-pack of blades is $9. I don't have to shop, it gets shipped straight to the house. I was using the Gillette Mach 3 Fusion, that 4 blades cost me $18. So it's half the price. I'd say the Mach 3 had maybe a little bit more glide, but the shave closeness is real close to the same at half the price. Now, I also tried the Dollar Shave Club, and for you guys that shave your head and you have these little contours and spots that are tough to get the real fine hair, the Dollar Shave Club, the best blade didn't cut it. And that's how I ended up at Harry's. And Aaron and I have been talking. We think our surf community should know that the Harry's blading program is legit, and you guys will be stoked. Now, the other thing, this is related to shaving also. This is called 10 skin. Now, I get razor burn, I get razor bumps and ingrown hairs under here if I don't use this product. Now, it does burn. I use it on the back of my neck after shaving, and I don't get razor burn, razor bumps, and ingrown hair anymore. So if you have problems like I do, and you have real tender skin, this stuff's amazing. Now on fins, this year I designed my own in collaboration with Naked Viking. It's a fiberglass fin, but on the 2 thruster sets and the quad rears, I have my own design and concept. And it's different than what you would find at Futures or FCS or any other fin manufacturer. And then I designed the HP Keels, which is a twin fin that have maximum drive, loose, and great hold. Now, if you're in our community and you've bought any of these, please post your comments and your experience riding them and let everybody know how they're going for you. I think you guys will be stoked on them. Now I want to talk about these booties, and I'm not much of a booty guy. So this is the EBomb with E5 rubber by Ripcurl. This is size 9. My foot's a 10. Some shoes I'm a 10.5. So to put my foot into a 9 booty, most of the time, my toes are scrunched up and numb before I even get to the water. So this is all about comfort for me first. A 10's too big and most 9s are too tight. This one feels great. Now, the other thing I don't like about booties, like most of us out there, is that you can't feel the bottom of your board, and once you get it on the board in the wax, you got nice stick, but it's really hard to move your foot from that spot because the traction's so good. Now, here in Southern California, cold water for me is 55 to 60. So booties are optional. In other places, they're not optional. And with this being a 3mm, I wouldn't say they're super warm or extremely warm, but they're comfortable. And if I have to wear booties, this would be something that I would wear. I think that it has, the bottom is pretty thin, so I can feel at least my traction pad because I'm still able to move my foot around on the back foot. Now, I flip one inside out so you can see the E5 rubber. It's a pretty simple booty, nothing too high tech. It doesn't have any straps here, but on my feet, they feel good. And if I'm gonna wear booties, this made my favorite list. Now, this little watch right here is pretty cool. It's made by Casio. My friend Tom turned me on to this watch, and what makes this watch special is it has water temp. And for me, at a click of a button, I put it on top of my wetsuit. It'll give me the water temp, which is super important when I'm doing wetsuit reviews. Now, if you guys are into that kind of stuff, it has the countdown timer, stopwatch, and everything else you'd expect out of a digital watch, but not too many watches out there have a water temp, and I think you guys will be stoked on it. Now, another product you need to know about is this Xcel jacket that I use every day. Riding down to where we surf on our electric bikes, I wear it over my wetsuit, both when the wetsuit's dry on the way down and wet on the way back. And it's wind and water repellent. So it's got kind of a stretchy, strange material on the outside, and it's lined on the inside with like a warm fleece. It's got zipper pockets here, so I put my keys. But for me, no real wind or water penetrates when I'm wearing this, and it keeps me super warm. This jacket needs to be on your radar. Now, talking about wetsuits, this Ripcurl E7 EBomb is incredible. I just did the review on it, so you guys need to watch that, but it's the latest and greatest Ripcurl E7 rubber up top, which has next level flexibility, comfort, and maneuverability, second to nothing I've tested. And from here down has the E6. So in water temp 64 to like 70, this thing is so comfortable. I haven't worn a suit that rivals its flexibility and comfort. So you guys would be stoked on the Ripcurl E7 suit. Now, when it got colder last year, even at Slater's Wave Pool last December, I was wearing a warmer wetsuit, looking for something super warm. I got this Xcel. It's a 4.5, 3.5 Comp X with a built-in hood. I've never worn a suit with a built-in hood before. And for me, I didn't think I would like it. Something about wearing a hood throws off the equilibrium a little bit, like my balance. But I got used to it, and when I put the suit on, most of the time I was surfing with the hood down. But because I don't have any hair, when the offshores are blowing, it seems like the air somehow gets down my neck and causes me to be chilled a little bit. But this hood hanging off the back kept that wind, and when I was surfing in small waves, long lulls, I just put the hood on, and just by putting on the hood, even if I wasn't wearing booties, kept me nice and warm. So this Xcel suit is next level. I think you guys will be stoked on it, and the Comp X in its title makes it nice and flexible and still very maneuverable for how thick the rubber is. Now these last couple products are game changers for me. I mentioned I do wetsuit reviews. The company sends one wetsuit down and I review it every day until the review's over. And I refuse to put on a wet wetsuit. So I got one of these wetsuit dryer hangers. You can see it's pretty bulky, right? But it's got a built-in fan inside. So when I plug it in, after I put the wetsuit on it, it blows cool air until it's dry. So what I do is after I'm done surfing, I rinse my suit, I hang it over something, not on a hanger, because I want the weight of the water to be 2/3 dry on the suit before I get it on a hanger. Then I put it on the hanger, plug it in, and it's dry in about 6 hours. Usually, I hang the suit up in the garage. It takes 2 days for that wetsuit to dry if I don't have it on this hanger. Like I said, this is a game changer, and it needs to be on your radar if you only have one wetsuit and you want to wear it every day. Now, the other game changer for me is the Carver surf skates. I mentioned in the beginning of this episode that we do our How to Surf Better tutorials, and you guys always ask me which Carver do I like best. So on the street, I like the Rad Ripper. This has the C7 truck. I can adjust it here, make it nice and loose. But what I like about this board is it fits in and out of the cones on the drills that we're always working on. And I really feel like my surfing is getting a lot smoother, learning how to use my rails better as I'm jumping on this Carver every week. Now, if I'm skating some sort of embankment or going to a skate park or something, I like the Yago Dora model. Just because the tail's a little bit wider, and it seems to be a little bit wider here, and it just gives me a bit more control as I'm moving faster in these banks and bowls. But this also has the C7 truck, and I usually ride it pretty loose because I want to get maximum flow in my surf skates. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode on my favorite finds for 2020. If these products aren't on your radar or your Christmas wish list, they should be. And we made it easy for you. The links are below. Send them to your loved ones. Look, if you like the show, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss an episode, and give us a thumbs up if you like our content. Until next time, we'll see you in the water. Bye-bye.
Could you tell me what it means to you now to listen close and see heartbreak at the end? But this road where people spend their life just chasing, oh, it ends up hard.